going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy J-Narc. Today we're doing 2 seasons. We're taking 2 seasons to rebuild the Atlanta Falcons. And from our recent success with the past teams we've done pretty good in most of them. And this one I feel like will be a challenge as well. And this is what the team looks like currently. Calvin Ridley is not on the team as he is dealing with mental health issues. And so he's not able to participate for us. I don't know if I should keep him. Maybe I will keep him. Like, I'll let him sit out for this season, but for next one I'll have him come back. Maybe, you know, realistically he'll come back and be okay. But this is what the team looks like. Really interesting what we got going on here. And Cordell Patterson's an 85. He should literally be a star. Why is he not a star? I know he's 30 years old. I'm gonna change him to a star because he literally is like the MVP of that team. So we're going to change him to a star because I think that's kind of disrespectful that they don't give him that trait of being a star, but we're going to change it to that. And and then Matt Ryan is, Matt Ryan, so, nothing too crazy there. But D-line's okay. Marlon Davidson should be a starter by now, but he's not, which is kind of bad. But Falcons have a pretty interesting team. So this is what I'll do. I would want to leave it just for this season, but I don't want to get fired. So I'm just gonna see what we can move first for like cap wise and stuff like that. See what's good there. As we run a 3-4, so that's another thing to take a look at as well. But let's see what the cap situation is looking like for the Atlanta Falcons, what we're working with. So Grady Jarrett's going nowhere. Deion Jones is going nowhere. Calvin Ridley is going nowhere, obviously. Cordell Patterson is staying, without a doubt. Oh my gosh, Matt Ryan would be a huge penalty moving on from him. So it would be for Jake Matthews, Foyesade Alakun. Those are our guys here. Hayden Hurst, Russell Gage Jr., Eric Harris is injured. We also have Isaiah Oliver who's injured. So we have some players here that could actually really work for us. We also have Dante Fowler, who's going to have to be a starter. So the only realistic person we could trade here is Hayden Hurst. And we might as well just keep Matt Ryan because he's not that old either. So might as well keep Matt Ryan for good purposes when it comes to his valid I was going to say validity. Validity? I don't know. Validity, is that even the right word? But we'll keep him for his validity. And we're going to trade Hayden Hurst. He's 28 years old, a very solid tight end. We're going to send him to a team that is in need. Chargers would be a team in need. We're looking for a D tackle. We're trying to just shore up some Saints would be interested. What D tackles do they have, though? That's the question. I know David Onyemata, but that's just about it. David Onyemata, he's 28 as well. We also got the Steelers who need a D tackle as well. The Steelers already have tight ends. I'm not too sure why they would need one. A lot of teams, okay, so basically a lot of teams would be interested. Chargers, let's see what we could get for a D tackle. And if anyone saw the game yesterday, prayers up for Donald Parham Jr. Very serious injury, and prayers up for him and his family. And we're still looking for a D tackle that would fit the scheme here. Derek Nottie wouldn't be too bad, actually. Giving the Chiefs Hayden Hurst, though? No. Let's not make the Chiefs more of a powerhouse, actually. Let's not do that. Grover Stewart, 83 overall, $7 million. $7 million cap. Damn, $7 million? $7 million is quite a bit. The $7 million is definitely quite a bit. But he still could be an option for us. Still could be a great option. Fletcher Cox, John Hargrave. Maybe Deron Payne here. And then I know Logan Thomas got injured, so we go for Deron Payne. Give them, how about we give them a 4 and Hayden Hurst for Deron Payne? Okay, maybe one of our seconds then. A second, Hayden Hurst for Deron Payne. They said that we don't feel like this fits still, so we give them our 4 as well. Okay, so maybe we give them our, no, 4 of next year wouldn't work. 2 and a 3 of this year, and Hayden Hurst for Deron Payne goes through. So we get our new D tackle. It's going to definitely help out the defense now. So I think that's a pretty solid move to make. Give more pieces on the D-line, make sure they don't get abused. Matt Ryan's just going to have to work with his targets of Tajay Sharp, Zacchaeus, and Russell Gage. He has Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson to work with. Offensive line isn't too bad, actually. Defense now has Deron Payne, Mike Pennell. A good rotation for sure. And our defensive scheme is a 3-4, so that should work out hopefully. So let's see how this first season goes. Hopefully we don't get cut for the season, but let's see if Matt Ryan could help these guys out. So we ended up going 7-10. Buccaneers went 14-3, won the division. Okay, 7-10, not too bad. Bottom of the division, so we're gonna have a pretty solid pick, I'd hope. 7 wins, you know, could be way better, but it's okay. So let's see. Any of our teams was top anywhere? From the looks of it, no. So let's see how we did statistically. So our offense finished 16th. Matt Ryan was 6th in passing yards, so he sling the rock a lot. Our defense was 27th, though. 24 touchdowns, 17 picks from Matt Ryan. That's actually really bad. Mike Davis had 16 touchdowns backing up Cordero Patterson, so that's interesting. Russell Gage and Kyle Pitts both had over 1,000 yards, so that's good. We have our guy here. We had a lot of interceptions for the defense. 9 sacks for Grady Jarrett. Steven Means had 5.5 sacks. Deron Payne had 4. So our outside linebackers didn't do too much, but we had a lot of interceptions, which is really good to see. So very simple stuff that we can honestly work on. I mean, it's not too bad. So we're gonna import a local file here. I don't know if we can move on from Matt Ryan yet. I don't know when they gave him an extension or anything like that. But I feel like with Matt Ryan, he could definitely start anywhere. Let's see who made the Pro Bowl. See if there's any guys that snuck in. Maybe Kyle Pitts, possibly. Maybe Kyle Pitts and what's his name? Russell Gage maybe snuck in. That'd be pretty nice. Let's see. And then go into the Pro Bowl. Let's see. View Pro Bowl roster. It was Bills, Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan obviously did not make the Pro Bowl. Receivers. Russell Gage actually made it. Kyle Pitts made it too. So that's actually really good. We had some people that made the Pro Bowl. Defense. Not seeing anything here. Linebackers wise, no. Cornerbacks. Rasul Douglas made it. That's a Packers player. Fabian Morrow made it. Pretty nice. So we had a couple Pro Bowlers, Pro Bowlers in the first season, and Super Bowl is Buccaneers Bills. That's surprising. A Bills in the Super Bowl. I feel like I'd never see that in simulation. Very, very interesting stuff here. And the winner of that went to the Buccaneers. They scraped 42-17. Tom Brady won Super Bowl MVP. Aaron Rodgers won NFL MVP. Urban Meyer won Coach of the Year. Cap. Trevor Lawrence won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Tom Brady won Offensive Player of the Year. DeMarcus Lawrence won Defensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So their defense went crazy. Micah Parsons is really nice. But now we're going to re-signing players. We have about $26 million in cap available. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to work with. Players ready to negotiate. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy with guys. Young Hoo Koo. Obviously, you're our kicker. Get you back long term. We got Foyesado Lakun, middle linebacker number 2 to Deion Jones. Might as well keep him around. We got Cordero Patterson. He's going to want a nice deal, but I'm going to let him touch free agency. Russell Gage had a great season for us, so I want to re-sign him too because we're going to have him and Calvin Ridley back, so that should be really good. Fabian Morrow was a Pro Bowler, so he deserves to come back to the team. We won't have enough money to sign him, though, so we're going to have to get rid of somebody. I don't want to move on from Matt Ryan, but if we need to make space for funds, then we're going to have to do the unnecessary. Like, not do the unnecessary, but do what's necessary. If we could really move Matt Ryan, that'd be nice. We can. The penalty is just so much. $42 million. We can't afford that. We literally cannot afford that. We can't afford to get rid of him. We could get rid of Grady Jarrett, but he has a compound foot fracture, so he's out for 10 weeks. So when it comes to funds, damn, the Falcons really screwed themselves over with that deal. Oh, but Dante Fowler we could get rid of. Perfect. Perfect. We get about, like, what, $11 million back for releasing him. That's good. It's a good thing to start off with when it comes to getting our funds back. We got Tyler, is it really Tyler? Tyler Davison, I can't even read. We'll get rid of him too. We could obviously end up drafting a kid to back him up. Just a veteran D tackle. Can get those anywhere. So, excuse me, that frees up about like $13 million. So maybe we could use that to get back some certain players. Thomas Morstead, our punter. just so we have a punter. I don't really like dealing with the special teams. He's just not interested in signing. Okay, then don't sign then, bozo. Fabian Moore wants a 1-year deal with us. We get him back. He made the Pro Bowl, so he deserves to be there. And then we got Isaiah Oliver, fractured kneecap, but I'm going to give him a deal, as we'll have our top 3 corners. Olamide, Zacchaeus, that didn't really upgrade. We're going to have to get a receiver. We could just draft players. Honestly, we could really just draft players. There's no real rush in getting new players. I want to get a QB, but, you know, it's just gonna be tough. It's just gonna be tough. I mean, Matt Ryan's not a bad QB, but it's just gonna be tough in general trying to upgrade that position. So it's like, why even bother like going on for a new QB when we're locked in with Matt Ryan? All we could really do is just like put players in place for this team. So I guess that's just what we'll do. But at tight end number 2, we'll just pick up Tyler Croft, or we could draft someone. Honestly, I'd rather draft someone. Left tackle, we have Jake Matthews, so we have that position solidified for long-term purposes. We'll sign Brandon Knight just to be a backup tackle for both our offensive tackle positions. And then at left guard, we just have Jalen Mayfield. We'll keep him around. We could keep him around. Yeah, we'll keep him around because he's only 22. Should have some like good development coming for him. So we'll sign Ross Pearsonbacker to be his backup. Matt Hennessy as our starting center. Ain't too bad. Chris Lindstrom's our guy too. Caleb McGarry's pretty solid. So left end is a position of interest because we got John Kominski and Marlon Davidson not really doing too much for us, you know? So that's one thing to look at. We have D-tackle is good. We would just want to back up who we could draft. And we kept Grady Jarrett too, so no worries with that position. Left outside linebacker, Justin Houston. Middle linebackers are good. Right outside linebacker, we don't have anyone either. So if we gave this cat a deal, we don't have enough salary cap to get Harold Landry. That'd be perfect for our defense, you know? A nice little change of pace, getting a speed rusher. But we could try going for Von Miller, give him a vet deal, see if he would want to sign. We wouldn't even be able to afford him, but 57 total points. That's literally everything for Von Miller. Safeties, we'd have to work on. We don't have a punter either, so we're trying to get it. If we don't get Von Miller, which is okay with me, because we could still build in the draft. So we get Brandon Knight. Calvin Ridley's back from injury, so that's good. They're saying we have some cap room available. Let's advance to next week, see if Von Miller would accept. Okay, so Von Miller rejected us. Now let's sign some agents, because it's going to be very hard to get an outside linebacker at this point. Ogbania, Okonkwo. We still have Justin Houston here. Justin Houston would be a nice pickup. You know, we're going to pick him up because I know he's pretty good. He's really good, so we'll pick him up. D-line, we'll draft the D-tackle. Left end, we'll keep it the same. We have Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage back, so we could draft the receiver as well. So a position that we should probably go after is running back. Melvin Gordon's about to sign with the Eagles, so a lot of these positions we'll either sign or just draft them. So let's see if we could pick up Justin Houston, get a veteran piece for the defense in place of Dante Fowler. You know, this will be Justin Houston's last hoorah. You know, he won't go out like how Tom Ali went out. So we get Justin Houston for the defense. Perfect. Now we're going to go into the draft. So we have the 11th pick in the draft. So this pick could go anywhere, honestly. We need an outside linebacker, though. That's why do the Broncos keep drafting receivers? I don't understand. But, a quarterback. Anthony Brown is a round 1 projection quarterback. A safety would work too. Some safeties. Damn. I don't want to get a round 1 running back. A receiver wouldn't be too bad. Tight end's not bad either. The offensive line is good. Left end, though, George Karlaftis. We definitely do need a left end. He has good physicals. His skills, B awareness, B play rec, B power move, D stamina. That would be a big plus for our defense. Left outside linebacker. The thing with Nolan Smith is that he's not a pass rusher. He won't be able to pass rush. That's the thing. He's fast. He's a very fast and physical linebacker, but we need someone that could actually pass rush, not zone cover. If he has 8 zone coverage, that means he's going to be a pass coverage linebacker. And then Nick Bonito could be the pass rusher we're looking for. B, block shedding. B, impact block. So he could be the pick, but I'm liking this kid, George Karlaftis or Karlaftis. We'll pick him up because we need to change at the left end position. So I'm not, I think it's a good pick. Regardless of overall whatever he could be, I think that's a good choice. Sam Howell just went to the Broncos. Very interesting. So now we're in the second round. This is where I feel like we go for a running back. Jerome Ford from Cincinnati. Physicals looks pretty solid. We need a... Oh, my God. He's trash. Damn. Damn. I saw his skills at the last second. All right. Let's go to the end of the draft now. So I was editing this video, and I found out that, part of the file just did not, save correctly. So I didn't... After we drafted the players, we literally went through the whole season. We made the playoffs, though. We ended up going 11-6, and I'll show you guys the schedule, what happened. I'm sorry about that, but we went to the playoffs. We lost in the first round to the Niners, 25-31. But Matt Ryan went off. He threw 3 touchdowns, got sacked once. And Trey Lance threw a pick and got sacked twice. Rushing attack wasn't there, but as expected. Excuse me. And then defense, Justin Houston had a sack, and Deron Payne and Adekumbo Ogundeji had a sack as well. And Richie Grant got a pick. It was pretty good, but that's what happened with that. And Matt Ryan should have won MVP considering how he performed. He was second in the NFL in passing yards, and he had the most passing touchdowns. But they gave MVP to our offense was 5th too. So let me show you guys the stats on that. So 49 touchdowns, 15 picks for Matt Ryan, 115 passer rating, and he also had a 71 completion percentage. And rushing wise wasn't that greatest, but we had 2 receivers with over 1,000 yards. So Calvin Ridley coming back, 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, 102 receptions. We kept Russell Gage for another year, so he had 10 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. The rookie we drafted, Calvin Austin, the third, he had 7 TDs and 716 yards, really good. And then Kyle Pitts, tight end, 90 catches, 962 yards, 9 TDs, amazing. Defense, AJ Terrell had 7 interceptions, was tied for #1 in the league. Deion Jones had 5 picks. We had a good amount of interceptions for the defense. And then Justin Houston, veteran silent pickup. He had 14 sacks for us, which was really amazing. And then Deron Payne was second on the team, and Grady Jarrett also was doing their thing. And the rookie we drafted, George Karlaftis, had just 2.5, so nothing too crazy. But that's what happened with that. And Matt Ryan didn't win MVP, which I think is just bonkers to me because they gave it to Dak. Even though, yes, they went to the Super Bowl. Yes, those things matter, but that's crazy. And then none of our rookies got anything when it came to offense and defense. So that was pretty annoying. But we look at that, and then I'm going to show you guys how the lineup, how the team finishes out with this rebuild. We made the playoffs, so that's another check mark. But Kyle Pitts became a 96. Calvin Ridley came back 91. This kid, Austin, 77. He's going to be really good for us. Russell Gage, we re-signed him, so he'll be pretty solid. Running back is still an issue, but we'll figure that out. Offensive line is actually really, really solid. It's a really solid offensive line. And then defense, Deion Jones and Foyesade Alakun doing their thing. Karlaftis became a 77. AJ Terrell became a superstar, so that's really good to see. And then Deron Payne was obviously one of the dudes we traded for. So going to be a beast on the D-line. And then, yeah, this team is definitely playoff contenders. So it was a success. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed watching the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below to see on the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, you gotta be a fiend, succeed. Peace.